happy my people. There's a little girl who's going to make her first communion. I have known her since the day she came from her mummy. I was there the night she was born. She wants to make communion with me. Now, she doesn't belong to this parish. Well, I called up to find out what kind of a priest I was dealing with. Now, my image of priests, many of them are, go by the book. I'm sorry. She didn't get her training here. She'll have to do it someplace else. So I got a hold of the priest on the phone. When I'm in trouble, when I'm going to talk to somebody, I always do this. So I hold my temper if I'm talking to a jackass. I'm patient with an impatient, or I'm loving with a loving. I said, Father so-and-so, my name is Father Jim Mipsa. Oh, you're famous. I don't know what that means. I heard a lot about you. I'm beginning to like this guy. What do you want, Father? Well, I want to make, I couldn't get the words out. He said, look, anybody you recommend is fine with me. This guy, I later found out yesterday, is a very famous preacher in the United States. Now, a guy like with that kind of reputation can be very snooty. He doesn't have to be humble. This guy was talking to me like he knew me 20 years. And the longer we talked, the more I felt good. I said, you know something, Padre? This is what a priest should be like on the telephone. I'm not. I'm learning, but you've got it. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I mean by image. What's the image of a religious person? Stern, strong, takes no quarter, lays you out, makes sure he's the boss, and you are at a loss. You're not as good as he is. Is that how you talk to other people? No wonder Christianity hasn't bloomed when it should be. They meet Christians. If they didn't meet Christians, they'd probably get to heaven faster. With Christian conduct from a Hindu. Why? They have found the meaning of what it means to be made in the image and likeness of God. Sinatra was right. Sinatra was right. You are God. You are God, making other people happy. You are God making other people happy. And like the mother of that kid who said, oh, I thought you were somebody else. More forceful. God, you come on the telephone, or you come on the TV, or you come on the, however you come. As somebody who's tough and pushy around and strong and no patience. She was wrong. I'm not much of any of those, but I'm not the opposite either. What are you to other people? The image and likeness of God. So what happens? The mother gets a hold of her son. Can't you see her doing that? That's the image I have. What image do you have? I see that smile that a son owns with his mother. She comes walking over. I'm proud to be your mother. I'm proud to be your mother. Mom, we're going to have a lot of problems. For one, everybody's going to invite me to their wedding. They're all going to want the booze. All want the wine. They'll want it. For another, when they know I can do this, they know I can destroy the Romans and the soldiers and the government. But as long as I have you, I'll be okay. As long as I got you telling me what to do, I'll be okay. As long as you are who you are, Mom, you'll be okay too. How else do we want to talk to God? How else? Who are the good people in your life? Well, be like them then, because they are being more like God than you and I are. And they're not even Catholic. They've been married 2 years, 2 months. They've been in jail. They can't be good. They can't be good. I tell the kids in prison every week out at Elmwood, don't let people feel you're second class. You're not second class. You're not second rate. You made serious mistakes. You paid your dues. That's all God asks. So why in the hell should you be asking more than that? This is what I tell them. Go in there with pride. Have them wear a necktie, a nice pair of shoes. Look like you don't have the clothes. Come to the clothes class. We got the best clothes going. Come on in and take them. They're yours, free. Go back and get a job. Image. It's all image. What's the image of God for you? The image of Mary for you? Are you one of the apostles? What's the image? That's what we're doing here tonight. Not the image of a Catholic who says, I'm better than you. We are the one true religion. I don't know about you, but every time I heard that, we are the one true religion. What's that mean, I'd say? Nobody's better than we are. I was in an ecumenical group one time, and this young hotshot said, I want to apologize at the beginning of this discussion to the Jews because they're not going to heaven when they die. I almost fell off the chair. I said, excuse me, who in the hell died and made you God? Who in the hell died and made you God? What do you? He turned white. The look of hate came over his face. And I gave him the best, sweetest, kindest, sugary smile that God ever gave. Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh, so Jews can't, Jesus Christ should stay out of heaven? He's a Jew. Did you remind him of that? We went at it. When it was over, this big, tall, square-looking man was walking toward me like a gladiator. Image. He's going to chew my head off. He said, excuse me, Father Jim, I don't know you, and frankly, I don't like some of the ways you're talking about tonight. But you look somebody in the eye, and you tell them what you think the truth is. I like that. This guy was old enough to be my father. My image of old Protestant ministers changed that night. They weren't all bad. They were good. They found in our differences something the same. Do people tell by looking at you that you're a Christian? What image do they have? What image do they have? You know something? Every time I walk up to a kid I've never met before, I look at his hair, I look at his earrings. The first two things I look for. No, they don't know who I am, but I know what they think of me. Pretty much so. Mysterious person, not one of the gang, far out, like that priest in MASH. Nice guy, but a dummy. Doesn't know anything about life or anything. Nice, sweet man. We don't need nice, sweet people. I always say, you know, I want my hair to look like yours. And I watch a face of doubt and anger and sometimes guilt change into laughter. I'd like to get one of those earrings. They're very expensive. You think it would look at me? Of course it wouldn't look good on me. I know that. Nothing looks good on me. I know that too. But I could tell by telling him, he looks good. I like your hair. I like your shirt. And I'm not lying. But that kid will remember that as compared to when you're going to get a haircut, when you're going to wash, it's been 3 months. Parents have to do that. But if that's the only image they leave with their children, parenthood is dead. It's death. If the only image you have of God is coming to church on time, it's dead. What are you going to do after somebody tells you, Jesus Christ tells you, will you help me? Will you please help me? Will you please help me? I need some help. You can't turn them down. Don't. And in the end, you will be so shocked to see what God looks like. You will be so shocked. And you will thank God that he let you see inside his life because he's always wanted you to be in his life. God bless you. One of the great thrills of my life, now that I'm reading a book about Joe DiMaggio, Pulitzer Prize winner, I might add, not Joe DiMaggio himself, but the book. Sitting in my seat and watching a line drive over the center field fence in Seal Stadium, 406 feet, it disappeared like a bolt of lightning. Many years later, when I was first ordained, a friend of mine took me to dinner at Joe DiMaggio's restaurant. It was an afternoon lunch and nobody was there. When I was leaving, there was a man standing in the corner. You could hardly see who he was until he stepped out a little bit and he says, Father, did you have a good lunch? Joe DiMaggio talked to me. Now I jump all over him and hug him and kiss him. When you're 30 years old, there are a lot of things you won't do. I was too embarrassed. But every time I've seen that, he signed the ball somebody got for me on my birthday years ago. He made a difference in my life. Treat kids, treat young people with respect. They don't forget people who treat them with respect. And we've been talking about making a difference, becoming who you are. The second reading that should have been proclaimed tonight, we got a mix-up, has to do with love. Love is strong. Love is peacemaking. Love is wonderful. Love demands being crucified sometimes. Love will take you to make you do things you never thought you'd do before, simply because it's love and nothing else. St. Paul was talking. The first reading is Jeremiah. He spoke up and was murdered for it. One of the great prophets of the 4 prophets. Jeremiah, and now I got myself in a mess. Jeremiah, Isaiah, Daniel, and Ezekiel. Not bad, fine, not bad. And the realization that you and I are like Joe DiMaggio. We have the power of just a little hello to make somebody's day. To tell a child, isn't that beautiful? Never tell a child, don't take a guess, what the child has done. It's wrong every time, because what he has seen in this, you will never see. So it might be a dragon, and it looks like the Empire State Building. No, it's a dragon. Kids know what they want. They know what they're doing. But when you say, isn't that a beautiful dragon, or isn't that a beautiful picture, it makes you feel good. How can you tell a good parish from a bad parish? We shouldn't have to make that decision. We shouldn't be comparing, but how do you tell a good group of people from a lazy group of people? How do people know about Creative Apostles where people from Hayward, San Leandro, come to Mass every Sunday? All that distance. Hayward, Newark. You wonder, what is it that attracts the people to this parish? I'll tell you that. I've seen you every day for almost 40 years. I can tell you that. You're generous. You volunteer. You're not afraid to pray out loud. You make somebody who feels uncomfortable in your church feel like $1 million. You come to church on time, basically, and you take the time and effort to make somebody else's day better. Become who you are. I'll tell you who you are. You're a people that believes and never give up. We had a little boy who was baptized today, Lucas Matthew Sampson. That's his name. His daddy used to serve Mass for me in St. Christopher's Parish many years ago. He was going to be a priest. He met Megan. That took care of the priesthood, the clerical priesthood, that is. And his son, Lucas, is the third of 3 children. Benjamin, Jonathan, and Lucas. That's Queen of Apostles. The 96-year-old lady who thinks I'm Joe Montana. That's Queen of Apostles. The man who will stand up and pray every Sunday for the kids in Iraq. That's Queen of Apostles. The people who bring the clothes and the people who sort them out. People who bring the food and the people who dole them out. That's Queen of Apostles. When you look at your life, why can't you be satisfied if somebody asks you what you do with your life? I belong to Queen of Apostles. What's that? You could tell them what that is without bragging foolishly. Can you? Can you realize that? When I realized what kind of a personal man, a very lonely man, and a very stern man Joe DiMaggio was, for him to say, Father, did you have a good meal? Was not like anybody else. He said that probably having a rotten day or a rotten life. But he made my day when somebody said, you ever see Joe DiMaggio? Yes, I did. I can remember the day. What silliness. That's just sports. It's just a game. But what behooves us to say, I am somebody, and I need you to help me be somebody more. Become who you are. Don't try to become something else. Every kid wants to go to Stanford, Bellarmine, Mitty, St. Francis. They got their whole life planned for them. Everybody wants to play football for Notre Dame, go to the Super Bowl with the 49ers. Everybody wants to go, and be somebody different. What makes you the same to me is that you have remained the same. You haven't lost anything that makes you feel good and makes you be good and makes you feel like you are a real person. That makes you like how we get on your back every time you say, I'm just a housewife. No, there's no just. Everybody who is just what they're supposed to be, the world will have no war. I am a housewife. I am a priest. I am a pastor. I am this, I am that. That's what we're doing here tonight, to renew what it means to make a difference. And to remind us that we become who we are. And I ask you another question tonight. Remember there was a song in the 40s, All or Nothing at All? How much of your life do you give to your work? What do you give of yourself that says, this is what I want, that's changed. This is what I want to be, that's changed. This is who I want to help, that's changed. But some things kind of settle, and you select them. I want to do this before I die. I want to do this for myself in the next month. I got a letter from one of my buddies. We were in the seminary together. He married a former religious, and is a good man. He was at the site of the 9/11, and he wrote to see how I was, even these years. He said, I made a resolution. I'm going to contact the people in my life I love. I thought that was great. He made me feel wonderful. Somebody reminds you of something that happened 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago that you remember. We remember the people who hurt us. We never forget them. Little Ida Bowie. Ida was about 65 pounds dripping wet. She had a few more years to live, and she was very tired. And she was very angry still. Couldn't get her to slow down. I kissed her goodbye one time after Mass at her home, and I said, Ida, do you love everybody when you die? Do you love everybody? Yes, Father Jim, I love everybody. But I don't forget anybody. I don't forget them. I love them, but I'll never forget them. If I have a chance, I'll kick their teeth in. That's the attitude. Well, at 65, she couldn't kick too much. I said, you're too sweet. She said, if you remember who your enemies are, they can't hurt you. She sounded like George Patton. But I think before she died, she sort of calmed down. She was good for me. I took some of her love and made it part of my life. Who's taking part of your life? How about your grandchildren? How about your children? Are you going to remain alienated? How about brothers and sisters? You're going to stop speaking to them? I've had to learn a lot about this myself the hard way. But I can always come here and find somebody who won't try to outdo me in my suffering. Instead, they will tell me, it's okay, Father, we're with you. I need those words, well, Father, we're with you. I hope you need those words from me. Father Jim, we need you. I hope that. I hope you realize your power, the power you have, the power that's yours. You have no idea how much I love you. No idea how much do I love you. How much do I care? You have no idea of that. I want to thank you for that. I always want to. I try to say my Mass every day as if it were the first and the last combined. The last only is too fatalistic. The first only is too immature. That combination that says people love one another and are not afraid to say it. That says we have a work to do when we're going to start it. That's why we volunteer. That's why we're good at volunteering. We don't look for credit. We don't look for applause. There's a job to be done. What do you need done, Father? This. It'll be done by tomorrow. That's the kind of love you've showered on me for 40 years. And the shower, and I will continue to love, and I will continue to shower on you. Never give up is not some slogan that you find at a pep rally. Never give up is a way of life. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your children. Never give up on your parish. Never give up on your pastor. Never give up on each other. That's what we need to hear from each other. I pray that for you tonight and every night of my life. That's the difference you made in my life. May I make a difference in your life. God bless you and God bless us all.